Bloodied, bandaged, and hospitalized in France after being stabbed 16 times, Mohamed Mirzaleh says he has no doubt his attackers are linked to the Azerbaijan government, the same ones who warned him a week before the March 14th attack that, quote, "We will kill you." The blogger is known for strongly criticizing Azerbaijan's ruling family on his controversial YouTube page, calling out corruption and rights abuses.
In 2021, I started sharing videos about Ilham Aliyev's wife, exposing their corrupt activities, and they could not take it. And because of this, they attacked me. Actually, first they blackmailed me. They planted a camera in my sister's bedroom and sent her intimate videos to me, and that way wanted to silence me.
Mirzaleh went into exile in France, but says the threats continued and even increased this year. According to Reporters Without Borders, Azerbaijan has a low tolerance for criticism, especially of President Ilham Aliyev and his family. The country ranks near the bottom on the Media Watchdog's annual index of 180 countries.
Since 2014, there has been a relentless war against those who critique the president, and independent journalists and bloggers are jailed very often on absurd reasons, absurd grounds, if they do not have or they are submitted to harassment, blackmail, or bribes. It's extremely difficult to investigate, publish information in the country.
Journalists or bloggers like Mirzaleh often flee and seek refuge in Europe or elsewhere to avoid arrest or harassment. There, they have more freedom to report. But exile does not always guarantee safety, says Freedom House.
This phenomenon of transnational repression of states going outside of their borders in order to silence people, including through violence, is one that's taking place all over the world, that involves dozens of states pursuing exiles. And among them is, unfortunately, Azerbaijan, which has a track record of committing acts of violence against members of the diaspora.
Mirzaleh says some of his attackers spoke Azerbaijani. He says strangers are watching his home and assailants vandalized his car. Police are investigating, but so far no one has been held accountable.
I thought that it would be very difficult for them to come to France and commit an international crime, but it seems the Azerbaijani government is blinded with rage. The Azerbaijani regime does not forgive anyone who fights against them.
Azerbaijan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and embassies in Washington and Paris did not respond to VOA's request for comment. The targeting of critics in exile came to the fore last month when Belarus diverted a passenger jet over its airspace to jail dissident blogger Roman Protasevich. The incident prompted calls for greater protections.
Whether it's an attack on someone like Mohamed Mirzaleh or whether it's the abduction of Roman Protasevich from an airliner by Belarus, the most important thing is that you can't allow states to think this is something you can just do.
Even though the EU has sanctioned Belarus and French police are investigating Mirzaleh's case, the message for dissident journalists is clear.
As far as the security goes, I can say that Europe is not a safe place.
Laurel Bowman, VOA News.